Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Good Boxing Podcast with your host, Josh Sias. All right, I'm just going to go right into it today. Yesterday, you guys all saw the Jake Paul versus Ben Askren fight. You've seen the clips, and the fight lasted one round. Everyone seemed to be against Jake Paul. However, this is exactly what you should have known was going to happen. Everyone kept saying all these videos were trolls. Oh, he's not this bad at boxing. He's hiding his secret mitt work or secret punching or whatever it was. Look, what this was an entertainment fight where Jake Paul is trying to build his credibility as a fighter by fighting a fighter. That was a lot of the reasoning behind people picking Ben Askren. They said Jake Paul had never been in a real fight. Oh, it just keeps going on and on. But I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to boxing, what people don't realize is Jake Paul has been boxing longer than Ben Askren. You see his skills are a lot more polished. You see that he is the better boxer, right? Stronger, looked more balanced, had a better jab, more pep in his step. His movement looked more natural. Ben Askren kept posting, going backwards. Now, the number one faux pas you can do, I get you're trying to post and you're used to MMA, right? You're used to blocking kicks, blocking takedowns. You're blocking a lot of different things. And I do agree that you certainly do have to worry a lot more about other things in MMA. That's why a pure boxing stance probably isn't the best idea in MMA. But MMA striking, in terms of Ben Askren or just his striking, was way, way below par for someone like Jake Paul. And I'm not sitting here and saying that Jake Paul is some world beater. I'm not sitting here and saying that he's Floyd Mayweather-esque or I'm some Jake Paul fanboy or whatever, like anything like that. But you have to call a spade, and Jake Paul has put the work in, and you see him getting better. You saw in practice, you saw in his sparring, you see in his last three fights, the kid is developing. Right, sure, against Nate Robinson, he looked a little uncomfortable when he closed the gap, but eventually the overhand right landed. That overhand right he has is tricky. You don't see it coming. And if you do that post, especially low, you're going to get looped over the top if you're going to go straight back and you're going to get hit right on the ear. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, look, Ben Askren, yeah, I know he's been in fights with killers and oh, yeah, he went with so and so. Different sport, just a different sport. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Ben Askren. Kudos for you stepping in the ring, and kudos for Jake Paul for taking the fight and actually looking to fight someone that was a real fighter. Was he a real boxer? I don't know about all that. So the fight went as planned, and people were like, "Oh, but why is he so happy that he beat Ben Askren, who's not even a real boxer, and he thinks he's a professional?" You have pro fighters calling out Jake Paul, saying, "Oh, let me just get a round in with him, and let me do this. I'll maul him." Dude is 3-0. Like he's brand new. He had no amateur career. Clearly, he picked up boxing later in his life, but the kid is putting in work, and I respect the fact that he's putting in work. People are mad at him for having an audience and a platform, and people perpetuating that this is real fighting and real boxing, like he's Canelo Alvarez or Floyd Mayweather. I actually had no problem with this fight. This fight really didn't rub me in the wrong way. Ben Askren's a rookie, and so is Jake Paul. He has three fights, right? He's trying to build an audience, and he's trying to just do it the right way. And he did so on Vine, and then came to YouTube and became an online sensation. If you're a Triller, you're a streaming platform. Why not get one of the top streaming platform stars to be on your on your platform? So I didn't really have a problem with this fight. The Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather fight was a little more insulting because there's no way Floyd Mayweather would lose to Logan Paul, and that's just a mismatch. You have someone that's never ever even been in fighting. Like the Conor McGregor fight was fun because it was the first of its kind, and apparently Conor McGregor had an amateur background in boxing. And look, it was a good show, but even when you look back at it, it was competitive until Floyd decided to turn up and stop him. So people are going to call me a Floyd stan, a Flomo. I've heard it all recently, especially in that Pacquiao video. I mean, truthfully, I'm just saying that Floyd Mayweather was a better boxer than Conor McGregor and that Floyd Mayweather beat Pacquiao. I'm not trying to sit here and say that Floyd Mayweather is like the father of my kids and he could do no wrong. The guy's flawed. He certainly has all that, but this isn't about Floyd Mayweather. I think Jake Paul looked pretty good. He took care of business, and whoever's next is next. I'm really, really curious to see who they're going to pair him up with, but it seems like he's going to continue to develop his career and fight people that he feels are at his level, right? In terms of experience, in terms of him just trying to develop. I don't want to see him fight Floyd Mayweather. I don't want to see him fight a real boxer or Tommy Fury or any of these guys that are constantly trying to throw themselves into the limelight. The kid put a lot of work in to get this platform. He has a big audience. And look, the kid is developing. He knocked everyone out. Of course, I mean, he knocked Ben Askren out after everyone was counting him out, including a lot of people in boxing, which to me really just shows they just don't like the kid. And I get, like, I don't know how I feel about it. I get he's annoying and I get he rubs people the wrong way, but he has the audience, and honestly, build your platform, make people come see you, make people come watch you. You can be good at something, but if nobody knows how good you are, you're not marketing yourself well. So I understand where Jake Paul is coming from. Right now, if you look at his social currency, he's one of the biggest stars in boxing. So he's here to stay. And honestly, this event was fun. The Ivan Redcatch and Regis Prograis fight was pretty good. It was pretty competitive, even though Prograis went out there to make a statement, and he beat the brakes off of of Redcatch. Redcatch, honestly, I don't think belongs at this level anymore. He took an L to Danny Garcia. Now he took an L to Regis Prograis, where honestly it looked like he quit. It was a good body shot. Regis Prograis can throw, but it's good to see Prograis back, and I hope he gets back to that world level because Regis Prograis literally lost to Josh Taylor, who was fighting for an undisputed championship right now. And it kind of seems like ever since he lost that fight, his star has diminished a little. Josh Taylor, that was a really, really good fight. I thought Josh Taylor won, but Regis Prograis is still top three 140 pounders in the world. So then we need to put a little more respect on Regis Prograis. But I'm glad he got paid well. I think he was the highest paid boxer according to the official purse announcements. But regardless of the fact, I thought the fight was fun, and I think Triller is here to stay. And I really do like Triller. I think it's going to bring a lot of disruption to the boxing world, and I look forward to seeing what else they got in store. Be well and be good.